Okay, hi. Good morning to you, everybody, and good evening or whatever to our lovely friends across the pond. This is Cliff from II Crew Speaks Out. For those of you that don't know me, these broadcasts are very ad hoc, unrehearsed. I just speak as I feel within the moment. So if you don't think you're going to enjoy it and you know it's going to drive you balmy listening to me, switch off. But that's the way I do it. I want to talk today about implosive weight training as opposed to explosive weight training. Everybody's talking, aren't they, about explosive weight training or plyometrics, jumping and that sort of thing. Now, I don't profess to be an expert. Before we go any further, what I can say to you is that this is how I see it. So I want to direct, kind of like share my knowledge with you of a sport that I know a little about, and that's the sport of boxing. And I want to take an example that if there are any boxers, ex-boxers listening to this, will say, yeah, we know about him. For those of you that don't, well, you know, this is for your benefit. Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey was one of the most ferocious punchers of his time. Rocky Marciano, Mike Tyson, they all took pointers from how Jack Dempsey would punch. For example, if we take the basic straight jab, and there's a technique known as the falling step. And I can remember my boxing trainer teaching me this. And it's a jab where you step forward, there's a little step forward, and the weight, your body weight, goes downwards. We're not talking like in a full-blown lunge movement. It's not a lunge, that's the wrong thing to say, because your body goes downwards. Right? You can imagine your spine as you take that little step forward, your spine, there's a plumb bomb that is attached to your spine and it's pulling you down, gravity downwards. Get that word installed right there in your head. Downwards, and a little step forward. But you're imploding the energy inwardly. It's coming out through your fist. Yeah, but you're imploding the energy is going downwards. It's not like a shot putter, where a shot putter throws that shot put and exploding all the energy outwards, or a discus thrower that's throwing it, releasing it all out, or a javelin thrower. You get me? The same goes for a cross punch. A right cross or a left cross. You throw that right cross. I'm right-handed, so I refer to it as a right cross. You implode all that energy in. If that makes any sense, you talk it in. As your body talks around you, you drop your body weight. your knees break, your body weight drops down, so you, bam! Do you get what I'm trying to say? As opposed to pushing off the ball of the foot, the back foot, which some trainers teach. What that's going to do is that's going to lift the body up, and before you'll know it, you'll be kind of almost jumping in the air. But we don't want that for boxing training. The same with a hook punch. You drop the energy downwards by way of a little partial breaking of the knees, so the body weight drops downwards, implodes downwards. Uppercuts, well, they're slightly different, but they are the same principle, but your rear hand, whether it's the rear hand uppercut or a front hand uppercut, you're pulling back, you're pulling the energy back, you're pulling and downwards, downwards and backwards. If you look at some of the really good boxers, Miguel, Cotto, etc., etc., you will see Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson, they're all bobbing and weaving and slipping. So in the case of like a shovel hook or uppercut, you're slipping, you're evading. You slip the jab comes into you, slip that jab, and that has put you into that position where you can then attack and deliver your attack. You can pull it round. That's what I'm talking about with the uppercut. You slipped, you moved your body around, you pull it back round. Boxers will know what I'm talking about. So you might be thinking, well, so what? What's your point? Where are you getting at with all of this? We do a format of training here at II Crew, weight training, with the ALEC portable gym, known as implosive weight training. No, I didn't say explosive. Implosive weight training. The good thing about the ALEC gym is when you wear it and you attach weights to it, it's better than a weighted vest because it goes heavier. Much. It can go much heavier than a weighted vest, and it's much more comfortable. The inside of the shell which you attach the weights to is amply and adequately upholstered. So I just want you, if you're going to be, imagine you're going to be doing a squat and you've got the ALEC shell on. Imagine that you're standing straight. Now you break the legs and let the supporting weight, gravity, pull you downwards. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You're standing straight with the ALEC shell on, with the weight on. You allow your knees to break, so in effect that weight will drop, and then you sharply stop it, and then push up under control, back to the starting position, in the standing position, let the weight drop, stop it, push it back up under control, let the weight drop, alright? But you do it partially, not you would go right the way down, drop right the way down into a full squat position. That's not what we're saying. We're saying to you go down about a quarter of the way, just straight down, bam, and up. Implode down, bam, and up. Bam, and up. And once you get the idea of that, then you go into a partial lunging position, a step forward position, and you do the same in the stepping forward position. You step forward like you've just taken a step forward, like a lunge. You position yourself in a lunge, a narrow stance lunge, yeah? And you drop the weight down partially. Drop the weight down partially. Drop the weight down partially. What you do with your hands is you put one hand on the shell to stabilise it, and you pull on that one hand. So that would be your rear hand. So in the case of a left stance, somebody that's right-handed, your rear hand is your right hand, you hold it and drop down, but you step forward, just a little bit step forward, and you punch, because you can do that. You can't do that with a barbell, because you're holding onto the barbell, right? And you step forward and you punch, bam, and you drop down and you step forward and you punch, you drop down and you step forward and you punch. Slight movements. You do 100 of those, okay, you'll get into a rhythm, but try and break the reps up, if you know what I mean. So you're not sort of just bouncing around like a flipping kangaroo. You drop the weight down, partially, okay, and that is how you perform implosive weight training. If you're doing a reverse punch, alright, as opposed to pushing off with the feet, you drop the weight. Same with a hook, and I've already explained the uppercut. Implosive training can be done any way you want it. You can do it with press-ups, the same thing. Drop the weight down and push yourself back up. Drop it down, drop your weight down, pull your weight down. Implode it in, implode the energy. Make the conscious effort to implode that energy in. Take it into the body, if you know what I mean. Implode it in. Implode it in, as opposed to exploding it out. Exploding it out. The personal trainers listening to this will understand that when you're exploding it out on the press-up motion, that is the push motion. But in this one, you're catching it on the down movement. That is implosive weight training with the Alex Gym. I hope you've learned something. Have good workouts. It's Cliff from II Crew speaks out. See ya.